Good morning and Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Is this thing not working or something? Good morning and Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Still a little weak, but maybe Prashadam hasn't settled yet, huh? Well, I want to talk a little bit today about the Ministry of Education and what we're doing and how you can help us help ISKCON. And when I think back over our time together here last week, those first 2 days were pretty miserable, weren't they, with the rain and everything like that? Does anybody remember that even? It's been so long ago. Yeah, the rain sort of tried to put a damper on the spirit that we all came here with. But it wasn't long until the sun came out and actually that enthusiasm came through, and now you barely remember it. That's kind of like an educational experience. A lot of times when we approach education, we can't think of anything but the problems, the money, the burden, everything that's there and trying to get off the ground. But if we persevere, if we stick to it, then we can see that the sun comes out and actually the endeavor can be glorious. That's an educational experience, and I want to do a little research with you today here while I have you to find out about your educational experience here. 3 questions I have for you, and give me a loud Haribo to let me know whether, number 1, have you learned something new while you're here over the last week? Okay, I think the presenters are feeling a little gratified already. We've learned something new. Now, has that information changed you in any significant way? Okay, Gopal Bhatta, wow, we're really doing what you want us to do. We're changing here. Now, final question, and this is a little tougher, but it's one that we have to face if we're going to have a true educational experience. Are you ready to share that change in you with others when you go back to your temples and projects around the world? Thank you very much. That's a true educational experience, and we need that kind of experience because there are some things. Can anybody read that? Okay, well, I'll go through it with you. There's some numbers there, some facts. We're going to need the educational experience we had here to deal with these kind of facts of our society. There are more than 250,000 children in our movement. More than 3/4 of our devotees are congregational families. Not even 5% of our devotees' children are studying in our own educational institutions. We have a total of 1 college, Bhaktivedanta College in Radhadesh, English-speaking, in our entire movement. There are a couple of others, most notably in Hungary, Bhaktivedanta College, and in Finland, but in English-speaking, there's only 1 college in the world where we can send our children and be sure they're going to be in a Krishna-conscious atmosphere. And we have not more than 30 primary and secondary schools and over 600 temples worldwide. Dear devotees, these are challenges that we need to face if we're to perpetuate our movement. Education is meant to perpetuate the values, the knowledge that Srila Prabhupada has given us, and we got a pretty poor infrastructure how to do it. Therefore, our strategy is that every temple become an educational center. Doesn't mean we give up being a temple, the puja, the worship, the preaching that goes on there, but we add this component of education so that our congregations, so that our children can imbibe our values and knowledge and ensure a good future. Someone was mentioning to me recently that the Catholic Church, we know they have so many parishes all over the world, they generally have a school attached to that parish. So if they were up here making a presentation, they said we have 3,000 churches in the state of Alaska in America. They would also tell us they got the same number of schools, or at least some decent number approaching that. We have some way to go in this, but the educational experience we had here can help us, can carry us there. Some of you that attended our seminars, you recognize this garland of pearls that we want to offer to Srila Prabhupada. With the way we plan to work our strategy is the Ministry of Education will try to link all different types of educational endeavors in society. There are many online there are courses and degrees that are available, adult education, homeschooling options, primary, secondary schools, colleges like I mentioned, and different affiliate organizations such as Vande, ISKCON Outreach. We hope to try to link all these things, just like a thread links the pearls together to make a pearl necklace. We want to offer that to His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. So how can you help in doing this? Well, be part of a volunteer team in your local temple that helps coordinate all the different religious, educational activities so we can create links between one temple and another, learning best practices, how to get over difficulties, working together in that way. Give your information and news reports to the Ministry of Education. I believe all of you, when you came in, you got a pamphlet there on the ministry. Keep it with you, take it home, share it with everyone that's interested, and contact us. Our contact details are there. Identify an education officer in your temple. If you can do this, then there's a contact point where we can reach out to you and offer you different help that you may need. And on the administrative level, Regional Secretary, GBC, appoint an educational representative for your zone so that one worldwide headquarters can't do everything, but if we have regional representatives around the world, then they can all work conjointly for the success of spreading the educational information. Okay. So I also wanted to take this opportunity to mention to you that there's one particular project that the ministry has taken up to try to give as much help to as we can initially, and that's the Bhaktivedanta College at Radhadesh. As I mentioned, it's the only English-speaking college where we can send our students in the world. Thank you for giving me your attention this short period of time. Hare Krishna.